Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about a movie, Universal's Wicked. Let's get into it, shall we? Spoilers! Okay. Now, for a long movie, 2 hours and such, it's pretty simple. It's about acceptance. That's what this movie is all about. Being okay with who you are and other people being okay with who you are and not being shallow like the prince that was in this movie. um, we start off with a narration from Glinda, because she changed the name to from Galinda to Glinda, which was hilarious and ridiculous when she did it, because I was like, you did not even care about when she was in history class and she was like, can we learn about something else besides the past? I'm like, but you in history class. What do you mean? So the character of Glinda itself was written to be kind of ditzy and self-absorbed and selfish and only think about themselves, but at the same time trying to be nice with an undercurrent of only nice if I get something out of it. We also get a horrible song at the beginning about how evil is not the death of evil is not celebrated or something like that. Anyway, they're talking about the witch being dead, and I was like, this is a terrible song, especially when the girl pointed out that they was friends. And I'm like, yeah, you should be sad to take part of this terrible, terrible song. And they burning the effigy of her and everything. So I was like, this is just crazy. Then we go into flashback mode as she tells the story about what happened about them being friends. And this is when we get the entire story of the rest of the movie. So, and it's part one. So there's going to be another part to this. Oh boy. Yeah. So basically, Alphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, her mama was sleeping around. She slept with some dude that kept telling her to drink some green stuff, and she turned out green with magic. Father did not want her, even though he wasn't really her father. And so he kind of shunned her a lot. And then they had another child in which he made the mother suffer, trying to make sure that the daughter didn't turn out green like the first one, and ended up handicapping the younger daughter. So, but the younger daughter and the older daughter, they was friends, but once she got to be a teenager and go off to school, the younger daughter kind of turned into kind of a dick. Yeah, her attitude this entire movie sucked. I hated it. I hated her personality altogether. The instantaneousness of how she wanted to be in love, the way she didn't try to take up in any way, form, or fashion for her sister, even though her sister was constantly trying to take up and look after her. So, and I was like, Alphaba, I would have left her. Like, girl, Nita Rose or whatever the hell her name was. Yeah, you're on your own, sis. Figure it out. We also got not only that message of acceptance, we also have the undercurrent of, well, that through line of acceptance through the animals who are being rounded up and caged and therefore made to not speak anymore. And that's a big problem that turns out that the wizard knew about and was a big part of, as well as one of the teachers, Michelle Yeoh's character, from the school. Terrible name for the school as well. I mean, it took a lot for me not to curse. Schultz, or whatever it is. Yeah, yeah, silly, terrible name for a school. Terrible name. That's just not great. But anyway, Alphaba did some accidental stuff, got accepted by this teacher because she wanted to teach sorcery to somebody powerful, but they really only want to use her to read some magic book that nobody else can read. They got all these great spells in it. Turns out one of the spells is what gave the monkeys the wings, and they were not happy about that because they did not ask for that. And nor did Alphaba intend to give them wings. She was not trying to hurt them in any way. She's trying to save the animals. Her and the prince saved the lion cub, a lion cub. This other munchkin guy that was talking to her sister, he was giving me very much scarecrow vibes and his attitude and mannerisms, you know. And so I'm like, okay, and so who's going to end up being the Tin Man? I don't know. They coming. That's what I'm gonna say to that. Probably in part two or something. Who knows? But yeah. So that was the character flaws that I saw going on there. Even Galinda's friends were terrible. Even though Bowen Yang was awesome in this movie from Saturday Night Live. Yeah, this guy, he is so funny. He can sing and he can dance. I was like, this guy's really talented. So I enjoyed him in this movie. Um, Ariana Grande, kind of stiff, but she wasn't bad. She was not bad in this role at all. She just, like I said, was kind of stiff. Even in her singing, the facial expressions weren't really there. You know, the actress whose name escapes me at the moment that played Alphaba killed it. They both killed it with the singing. I got to give them that. Even though it was like only 3 songs I really liked in the entirety of the movie, and there were several songs, but 3 of them I really liked. Of course, you know, the Defying Gravity song at the end. Once you get to that song, it hits you, and you like, yeah, this is the jam. I like this song. Then there's the song that Alphaba sang right after she got accepted. Great song. She killed it. Then there's the song that they sang once they became roommates, unexpectedly. And I'm talking about how they didn't like each other. That was a good song too. I enjoyed that. That was fun. The rest of the songs were kind of meh. Yeah. And the whole dance number that she did in silence, because I was upset anyway that the DJ cut off the music at the party. What's wrong with you? Anyway, I didn't get it, but in the end, everybody started picking it up because they was being fake and phony anyway. So I guess it worked out. Overall, I think this was a good movie. We ended with the Wicked Witch becoming a Wicked Witch. She got a hat, she got a cape, she got a broom, and she did another spell to try to get away from the wizard who was trying to catch her, trying to make her stay there because he's powerless and needed somebody to read this book. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. And Glinda was going to go with her, but she got captured. And then now she just became an agent of the state, basically, is what I'm going to call her. Because she just wanted to have success and be loved and everything and liked and looked up to, which was her main problem because you didn't have any skills for that. You know, the sorcery lady didn't even want to teach her because she was like, you're not all that great. This is the one with the skill and the power right here. You know, so, yeah. If I had to rate this movie, I would give this movie, I'd give it an 8. It was a really decent movie. I enjoyed it. I wasn't upset that I watched it. I don't feel like I wasted my time. And I don't feel like the time I really felt it. It wasn't like it was a super long, drawn out, when is it going to end? No, I didn't get that feeling from this. So that was actually pretty good. I think an 8 works out. So yeah, so they set it up part 2. She gets away. She's going to the west. And yeah. And then I had to think about the Wizard of Oz itself. And I'm like, wasn't the witch that Dorothy killed when she got there the Wicked Witch of the West's sister? So does that mean that her little sister that we saw in this movie is who's going to become that other witch? You know, it didn't dawn on me till literally the movie went off, and I'm like, wait, Dorothy killed the witch, and didn't the Wicked Witch say that was her sister? Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna see. I know Glinda had the ruby slippers, so I don't know how the other witch ended up with the ruby slippers. We shall see. Again, that was Wicked. And I will see you guys next time for another one. In the meantime, have a great day.